Hi there and welcome to my channel. Today's project is for Citrust Twist Kits and I am so excited to show you the first project created with the Sunshine on My Soul kit. This is the November kit from Citrust Twist Kit, full of color. Actually, it features a lot of Paige Evans' whimsical collection by Pink Paisley. Lots of color. I'm just giving you a quick overview of what the kit contains. If you want to see all the details, go to the Citrust Twist Kits page. You're going to see all the details. I'm just giving you an overview of what it looks like, and you're going to see some pieces already cut because I already created another project that is going to go live in a couple weeks. So as you can see, there's lots of the collection, lots of colorful papers, and if you love color as much as I do, then this kit is for you. There's accents of gold, accents of copper. There's some beautiful cut files. I created a few of them, and just love this kit. Totally in love with it. So this blog post or this process video, actually it's part of the Tweet to Inspire challenge that goes on the Citrust Twist Kit blog every Saturday. So I was inspired this week to create a layout about somebody or something that you're grateful for. That's one of the prompts. And the thing that I am grateful for is my children. And I had this picture from Mother's Day of my daughter and I, and it's hard, she's a teenager, so having pictures with teenagers sometimes could be a little bit hard, especially with mine. They don't like the camera as much as they liked it when they were little. So one of the first prompts is be thankful document something you're thankful for. And in this case, I want to document my daughter. Now the second prompt, it's use fussy cut elements to create your embellishments. And I love florals. So I'm going to use Paige's new floral, and this is paper, I think I believe number 3. From the whimsical collection, and it's included in the kit. And I just fussy cut a few of the florals, and right now what you see me doing is build out the layout a little bit. And the third prompt for this week for the Tweet to Inspire is use a background that is not white. And if you've seen my work, then you know I love white backgrounds, but I want to use a lot of pattern paper and colors, and I love color, don't get me wrong, but I also like the crispness of the white backspace. So what I'm gonna use is this paper right here is from a Pick Me Up collection, and the B side, which is what I'm using, is this white with like this little tiny cream peach lines, and I thought it was gonna be perfect. It's gonna make everything warm, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it as my background. Now, if also I like to add a little bit of mixed media onto my pages, not all of them, most of them though. So you saw me, I pretty much built the layout and I took a picture of it. All I'm gonna do is add some yeso because I'm gonna add a little bit of watercolor to the background. And if I don't add yeso, I'm gonna have a really warped paper. So I'm just adding yeso to pretty much where the picture and the florals are gonna sit. Once I have that done, I had a hard time deciding on what color to use for the background. And I realized that to have all the accents, all those colors to pop out, I'm gonna have to bring kind of a neutral. I'm thinking green, so all the colors, I'm thinking florals, I'm thinking this is a spring picture, the picture from Mother's Day, so I'm thinking I'm gonna bring those colors on the background so the flowers will pop out, and then the picture too. So I'm pulling out some Vicky Beauty watercolors, and I'm gonna use a little bit of the packaging technique, a little bit of dropping some colors. You're gonna see a little bit. I'm gonna speed it out quite a bit. I didn't take that long to build it, but for the sake of speeding the process and showing you a bit more of what I created, I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. And as you can see, I'm mixing a little bit of the teal with a little bit of white. I don't want to have it to be really dark, the teal, and I don't want it to be completely white. The whole purpose is that I use a background that is non-white. So I'm mixing a little bit. I want to get to a nice neutral, and all I'm doing is adding a little bit of water. And that's one of the beauties of having a yeso paper, is that the water stays afloat of the paper. It doesn't soak into the paper. So I'm able to play with the paint a little bit and move it around. Kind of give me that watercolor look. You can call it the messy, inky look on the background. And I'm also going to make sure that I bring the picture every so often. I don't want to have the entire page filled with the watercolor. Just enough to peek behind the picture and of the florals, just to create like a soft shadow, an inky shadow on the background. So all I'm doing is adding a little bit of water to the paper, adding some drops of the watercolor, and just help move it with the brush. You're gonna see that I lift the page once in a while, just for the water and the watercolor, to move along the page. And that's gonna be pretty much it. Once in a while, I'm gonna bring the packaging technique, just the packaging, not the technique. the packaging, just to spread the watercolor a little bit more. And that's pretty much it. One thing that I am gonna do is add a bit of splatters to the edges of the watercolor. Since I'm gonna be using one of the cut files that, sorry, two of the cut files this month, and one is called floral frame, and it has these big flowers within a frame. So what I did is I extended the cut file and then just cutted the leaves and some of the florals. And all I'm doing right now is, I had the background ready yesterday, I decided to dry, sorry. And all I'm doing is I'm gonna add a little bit of watercolor to the leaves. I don't want to leave them white. I want them to mix within the embellishments, the fussy cut florals that I did. So all I'm doing is adding a little bit of green watercolor to the leaves. Now, I also use, there's another cut file called Thanksgiving titles, and there's a whole bunch of words that you can mix and match to create your titles. So I'm using the word love, and all I did is actually create a stitching guide on my silhouette cameo, and then I used some chain stitching, which is this ochre kind of gold tone of thread. And all I'm gonna do is add a little bit of gold watercolor, and what I'm using is a Kuretake palette, and it's called Starry Nights, just to add the gold within the inside of where I hand stitch. And I'm gonna set aside to dry. It doesn't take too long to dry because I'm adding very little water. I'm just gonna I want to bring that shine to the title. Now everything is already dried, so first thing I'm gonna do is since I'm using pattern paper and it's not as sturdy as cardstock, all I'm gonna do is actually glue it straight to one piece of cardstock just to make it a little bit stronger in a way, so it can hold everything I'm gonna glue onto it. Once it's all done, and it's gonna be super simple, since I have an idea already what it's gonna look like, I'm actually gonna show you pretty much everything that I did. First thing I did is I'm gonna add a little bit of vellum behind the picture. I like the softness of it. I want to bring very soft look to the background of the page because I want to add all those flowers. I'm gonna add color, so I want to soften a little bit around the picture before I glue it onto the page. And then I'm bringing this paper, and this paper actually comes from the pattern paper kit. It's from the My Mind's Eye, I think it's called Glam Girl, and it had this teal that it matches the one on the background. So I just cut a frame just to match the vellum, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of foam adhesive to prop it onto the background. You saw me that I added a little bit of gold color shine, just a little bit of shine on the background. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start adding the florals. Like I said, you saw me build it before, so I took a picture of it. I love the foam, by the way. It's so easy to work around it. And all I'm gonna do is add some foam adhesive just to behind the picture, just to prop them off the page. You're gonna see that I'm gonna glue all those leaves that I just painted with the watercolor. And then that's pretty much it. All I'm gonna do is I cut little pieces because I took advantage of all the florals that were on the perimeter of the page. Some of them have straight lines. I'm gonna make sure that I tuck them in, and I'm gonna use them just to finish the cluster in a way, not as a stand-up floral, but just to finish the cluster. And my idea was to have the picture kind of like coming off of a cluster of flowers. And that's pretty much it. Super simple. Really, this layout took no time to put together, and I love it. Now, one of the things that I'm using, and that little paper that you see me pull out, it's part of the printables this month. And every month, Citrust Twist Kits has a page of printables that you can download for free. And this is part of it. And then I'm just going to use another printable, and this is the stamp that comes included in the kit, just to add the words is my happy. And I'm just going to go ahead and create a few clusters, just a little bit of, call it the sentiment on the page, just because there's a lot going on. I'm not going to add lots, but I'm going to add small little details. And I'm adding these are pretty much all from the free printable sheet. Once I have that done, it's pretty much the backbone of my layout. I'm going to embellish. The first thing I'm going to do is glue the title. And since I use stitching, there's going to be a little bit of dimension behind it because of the number of strands that I use. So all I'm going to do is add the glue straight onto the stitch and then glue it on the paper. Now, the embellishment kit this month also has the rub-ons and the chipboard stickers from the Whimsical collection. So I'm going to take advantage of the rub-on just to create my title. And it says, love, love, love you to the moon and back. And I'm going to bring actually the stamp, the This Is Life stamp, to add the extra love. And you're going to see right now, I'm just going to start embellishing. I like these butterflies. Again, I love florals. I love butterflies. I love color. I love a lot of black and white. This layout has a lot of me, and I think that's one of the reasons why I love it so much. It was such a pleasure to put together. And you're gonna see that I'm gonna actually I actually love the robins. They're so easy. They are great. They rub. It sounds really bad and redundant, but they rub really nice on the paper, and you just gotta beautiful. I can't say enough of the kit this month. It's just gorgeous. I hope if you had the chance to go and pre-order, you actually got all of it because it is so worth it. You should see all the projects that are coming out. So much you can do with them. And all I'm doing right now is just adding a few more details. Again, I'm going to use the robin. Like I said, I'm in love with this. And I'm going to actually use some of the butterflies. And I rub them onto vellum. And I'm going to fussy cut it. I want the translucency. I'm elongating the design. I'm just looking more like a diagonal design. And you're going to see that I'm going to bring a few more details. And this is the stamp. This is life. Sorry. A stamp. And I'm going to add the word together. And then I'm going to add the word love on top of the love. And that's going to complete my title. Like I said, it's love, love, love you to the moon and back. And then just I'm going to add a few more details. There was a phrase that said also grateful. And since I'm documenting something that I'm grateful for, I thought it would be the great place to add it. After that, I'm going to use those enamel dots. Those are great. Just to add a few accents of color. There's a lot of color, but I just want to add a few more onto the layout. And then I am going to add my lines of journal. But I'm not going to add them underneath the title. I want to keep it very clean in that area. I'm actually going to add them to the little hole that you see underneath that purple flower at the top right corner of the layout. I thought it was the perfect spot just to add a few lines of how much I love my daughter and how much I cherish this picture, that we're actually smiling and we look nice together. And a little bit more gold just to complete the page. And that's about it. I love how this turned out. I hope you take some time to stop by Citrust Twist Kits, check the kit. This kit is gorgeous. So much you can do with it. And also there's so many cut files that you can download for free, and so much you can do. And I hope you joined the 3 to Inspire challenge this week. Remember, the prompts are to document something you're thankful for, to add some fussy cut elements, and to use a paper or a pattern paper as a background, or color cardstock, no white. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Don't forget to check out Citrust Twist Kits blog, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me today. Take care.